we're on the list because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no,
Whoopi Goldberg is having a change of heart and now believes that if your name is found in the Epstein files, it doesn't necessarily mean you're guilty of a crime. Oh, of course she just feels this way because her name just came up in files most recently. This honestly couldn't bring me more joy. Because the same people who have been clamoring that everybody in the Epstein files is guilty of a crime now seems to have a change of heart when their names are showing up in the files. So weird that they declined to mention that this would have been a possibility, I don't know, a month ago or 2 months ago or a year ago. Oh yes, you heard it here first, friends. All of the people that are in the files currently are now doing their best to conduct damage control, rather than letting the public know that there was a possibility that their name could be released in the files. Oh, Whoopi, I think you and some of your billionaire friends need to apologize to the President of the United States because you guys specifically said that his name even being in the files is consistent with guilt and criminal activity.
The left literally tried to do everything to keep Trump out of office. They tried to jail him. They impeached him. They literally tried to him twice. So do you really think for 1 second that if Trump was really implicated in the files and Biden had files that they wouldn't have released them? Like, seriously, think about that for a second.
Yes, the entire The View crew just realized their name is on the files. When you take a look at this person who posted this video on X, this is what the guy actually put out after helping to downplay and dismiss her View co-host Whoopi Goldberg being in the files, requesting use of his jet and quipping that Whoopi was too old for Sarah is now back to indignantly demanding accountability for others. Accountability need to be done everywhere, she demanded. This ex-prince in the UK was arrested a few hours ago. At some point, when I look at it, it is like it's an opportunity for these people to say, oh, this administration needs to arrest people. This is already what is trending on social media. It is important. I show you these clips.
The left literally tried to do everything to keep Trump out of office. They tried to jail him. They impeached him. They literally tried to him twice. So do you really think for 1 second that if Trump was really implicated in Epstein files and Biden files that they wouldn't have released them? Like, seriously, think about that for a second. Biden had the files. Why did he not release them if it could have guaranteed that Trump would not have been president? Common sense. Meanwhile, now you have people like Whoopi Goldberg on The View, who was literally begging for the release of files because she was like, oh, it's going to be Trump, it's going to be Trump. And now her name shows up and she's like, oh, well, just because someone's name is in the files doesn't mean anything, because they could have just named you. It could have literally just been a conversation. But then Joy's like, oh, his name was mentioned 38,000. That's a lie. It was mentioned 5,000 something times, not 38,000 times. So, yeah. It seems to be very confusing for the left because, one, they want the files to be released only because they think Trump is in them. Two, when they realize that their people are in them, they don't want to talk about it and it doesn't really mean anything. So figure out what you want, you guys. And maybe open your eyes and see that there is a narrative, which we've all seen for years, but clearly some of you don't get it still.
This is not a Republican or Democrat issue. It's an issue of victims. And that every time, even just talking about it, we say, well, the Democrats are saying this, the Republicans. I don't care about any of them. I don't care who shows up. I don't care who's busted in the file. All I care is that these victims who have been silenced and continually victimized through no accountability,
Yes.
get their moment. And right now, they're
Yes.
getting it. In some place, we have some countries like France, Norway,
Yes.
Poland, Latvia, Lithuania. They're holding public people
Yes.
accountable.
Yes.
And it needs to be done.
Everyone needs to be
It needs
held
to be done
accountable.
here.
It needs to be done. It needs to be done everywhere.
We're on the list because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no,
Like I was at Trump's wedding to Marla.
Right.
Maybe Evan was there too. Who knows?
I don't know.
So that means that I'm not guilty, obviously, but these other ones, how are you going to decide who's really guilty and who's
Well,
not?
I think
very
it's.
tricky.
I think it. No, I think it's. I think it's very clear because when you.
Yes, before we proceed, first take a look at these. Some fans of The View have even threatened to boycott the show while the MAGA supporter co-host Savannah is there. You know, these people thought this is actually a very nice idea to bring in someone like Scott Jenny on CNN. This lady is actually perfect. She is more than Alisa because she is calling out these people the way it should be. At some point, their viewers are now seeing this as a problem. I was like, when I saw it, to me, it was crazy.
Why doesn't this guy Comer want the Clintons to testify in public if that's true?
Well, I mean, you have to have a deposition first. It's what happened in Jack Smith. So having a deposition, and that deposition will be made public because the Clintons are, in fact, trying to twist things and get sound bites from a public hearing. So having a deposition allows each individual to have different members of their teams in there asking the right questions, the hard questions.
You know why my name is there. Because someone was looking for a plane, and that's what people do. They go to all the people who have private planes and say, do you have one?
And you didn't get on the plane.
I didn't get on the plane. I didn't know they were looking for a plane.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the plane that I was supposed to be on was no longer available. So I'm named in there like Whoopi Goldberg needs a plane.
There are a lot of people that are
Marilyn
named.
Monroe was on the list.
Yes.
There were plenty of people that were there are plenty of
Elvis
people
also.
named.
When you take a look at a panel like this, for a very long time, oh, Trump, 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 oh, Trump, 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 now they are coming to reality that their names is in this file. They've struggled for a long time. They always talk as if they don't even know their name cannot feature in the files. To me, every person that is there, they should investigate them. No problem with that. They came to a conclusion that the president name is there, but when you look deep, you will really not see any wrongdoing. Yeah. His name is there just like Whoopi Goldberg's name and some co-hosts here. Simple as that, right? They didn't commit any crime. At first, they didn't want to put this out, like to talk this way. If they were putting out segment like this saying that, oh, your name can be in that file, doesn't actually even signify you committed any crime, it could have been cool. I would not have any problem with them. The way they were covering this topic was different. It was like, it's a Republican thing. Every single time they mention it, now their tone has changed. Sarah here is saying, everybody should be accountable. Oh, some countries are already doing that. America is not doing that. I really don't know if accountability will actually reach this level. They spend years upon years, like I saw in the case of UK, arresting this spring. Someone said, they just want to blindfold the people. They will convict him, they will put him there, then he'll be releasing on bail. Yeah, it's just a strategy for them to do, to just make people know that things like this are happening. You can clearly see exactly what is going on here. It's crazy. I just wanted to report this so you can see exactly what is happening. The hypocrisy with some of these people is alarming. If you see some short clips at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip. God bless you abundantly.
Bays once told the award show crowd, "Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people."
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
Right?
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department. This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys.
There you go.
Everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on zone. In one instance, she said,
We should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy. There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
For years and years. Even then, they have known about